Hi guys, Flight Simulator 2024 is finally out and it offers a lot of new features such as career mode, world photographer, and also a new camera or a new view, the Walkaround mode. Walkaround is not the specific name for this view, for this camera. It's just a name I decided to assign to this mode because it's the main purpose of the mode itself, to perform the walk around. The walk around is a small walk performed by the first officer or the captain to ensure that the aircraft is able to perform a flight from A to B. So the main goal of a walk around is checking the control surfaces. And that's exactly what the developer team of Flight Simulator 2024 decided to achieve with the walk around mode. The walk around mode is a specific view, a specific camera in which you have your avatar, the avatar that you were supposed to set after the first installation of Flight Simulator 2024. And your avatar will be able to walk and to perform the walk around. It's quite straightforward to understand. So by just clicking WASD, W to go forward, A to move to the left, S to move backward, and D to move to the right, you will be able to explore your surroundings, to check your control surfaces of your aircraft, but also, for example, to explore the airport because there's no limit of walk around mode, so you don't have any limit of staying inside 100 meters of distance from your aircraft. So you can just walk by clicking W. You can go forward and have a look at the airport of other aircrafts close to yours. But the main purpose of walk around is to check your aircraft. For example, you can have a look at the flaps, at the elevator, and you can perform what any real pilot has to perform before every flight of their day. In career mode, the walk around will be really important because it will be the introduction to your aircraft and to your flight, because you will have to remove the pitot cover, to remove the chocks, and everything um, and everything else needed to be able to move and to be able to fly without any problem. First of all, if you want to have a closer look and in particular a lower point of view of, for example, your chocks or your landing gear, you can click Ctrl C to have a lower point of view. And at the same time, if you want to walk quicker, in particular if you want to run, you can set a specific shortcut in your control panel by searching for run option and then assigning a specific key with for set run option. In my case, I selected the spacebar, so if I walk and then I click spacebar, I can run. And that's really useful if I want to explore maybe the entire JFK airport here at New York. As I've already said, you can do that. There's no limit of distance. I saw some videos on YouTube, on TikTok, of people walking for an hour, 2 hours. So there's no limit. If you want to walk for 10 hours, you can do that. I don't know if it will be really funny, but if you want, you can. There's also another option which is related to the point of view. I've already said that you can switch your POV with Ctrl C, but you can also switch between first person and third person view by, in my case, clicking backspace. That's the third person view. This is the avatar I created when I installed Flight Simulator, and that's the first person view. If you want to change your view between first person and third person, make sure that you have enabled in the settings of your simulator, okay, settings in advanced option, this option, allow third person view camera. It's a developer option or an experimental one, because it hasn't been implemented in the stable version of the simulator yet. So you need to go to settings, general, advanced option, and enable this particular option by just selecting this toggle. Let me click save and back and then resume. After activating that option, you also need to set a key or a button on your controller to switch between cockpit and external view. Let me open the control panel, and then you can go to camera mode switches. You have to select a button or a key of your keyboard to switch between cockpit and external view mode. This button will work if you want to switch between first person and third person, but also if you are in the normal cockpit view and you want to switch between the cockpit camera and the external camera. It's really useful because you can switch between cockpit and external and first and third with the same key without having two keys, two shortcuts to remember. Of course, there are some limits with this walk-around mode. For example, you can't jump. If I click, I don't know, spacebar, I can't jump. If I click any other key on my keyboard, I can't jump. There's also this lower bar, which can't be hidden. So you will always have these options, but for example, there is something useful in having this bar activated, because you can toggle and hide these pins by just clicking this button. Maybe if you want to have a more realistic graphics, you can untoggle or you can hide your pins to in order not to have them and to have a clear view of your aircraft. And then with tab button, you can also activate and deactivate your EFB. Okay, I think that's all. Oh, and of course, last but not least, you can't activate the walk-around mode while flying. So of course you can't skydive. Maybe that's a cons of this walk-around mode, but you actually can activate the walk-around mode while on the ground. So unfortunately, you can't try to jump off the plane and to I don't know, to live and to experience new emotions. Okay, and that's all. Finally, when you have finished with your walk around, when you have when you've totally removed your components such as chocks, pitot covers, and things like that, you can click Shift and C on your keyboard to join the cockpit and to be able to turn on the aircraft, to taxi out, and then to take off. That's all for my first tutorial dedicated to Flight Simulator 2024. And if you want to watch the next tutorial or the entire playlist, make sure you subscribe to the channel and activate the notification option. Thank you and see you. Bye bye.